talking points, by the way?
We don't have any.
We don't. Welcome to the Picture
Wing it?
Kitchen
Okay.
podcast, where we talk about anything on our minds over breakfast, lunch, dinner. Honestly, anytime we feel like eating. I'm your host, Mac. With me are my co hosts, Jared
Ahoy.
and Sean.
That's Sean. Hello.
Hey, everyone. Hello?
Hello.
It's him.
Everyone?
Uh,
Said it like 4 times. Am I not here?
no, we
I
heard you
think
this
might
time.
be there.
It
Okay,
wouldn't-
Well, you sounded like Mr. Roboto to me, so maybe my
Weird.
what do you call it? Switch was having a cow over here.
Maybe. But it wouldn't be a podcast.
Maybe the
if
boys are
something
sucking
didn't
all the-
happen.
Yeah, maybe Jules and Jared are sucking up all the bandwidth with like 20 different games they're playing simultaneously.
I don't have anything I'm doing right now except getting this thing done for school.
Means he's doing something important. Nice.
It's like you have to watch a video about like consent and behavior in a abusive relationship and stuff.
Well, that's good. I'm glad they're taking it proactive. They must have had something happen on campus.
It's been this way since I've been at college. You get a hold on your account if you don't do the program.
Ugh. Well, yeah, hey, I like that though. That's it's one of those things that's kind of about time, right? Because it's our answer to it at our school was to place stickers on the bathroom, so it forced everybody coming and going to see it, and it was like little sayings about what consent is, what love is, type things, and
I mean, it's also something that should be obvious, too.
yeah,
Like,
you
don't
you
be
would
an
think,
idiot.
But
I can also understand why you should force people to do this, because there are dickheads out there that don't.
Well, right, and it's also like I'm gonna say this really carefully too. It's like some people that go into a certain profession that do it because they want to exercise power over other people in a way that there's no consequences,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or it's really hard to make consequences stick.
Yeah.
And then that's not all of the people in that profession, but there is a good. The Venn diagram on that would have a pretty good crossover. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So I think that's people like to exert power over other people. It makes them, and it's disgusting. And it's the more we can educate people. And honestly, sometimes we're kind of fickle in that we don't want people to be paranoid, but people can't be uber trusting of everyone all the time. I mean, it's I hate to say it, but that's the sad reality we find ourselves in.
Oh, yeah. It just sucks ass.
It does, and
There's just
that,
shit people out there.
when it happens. Yeah, and when it happens to someone and somebody's been victimized by it, it forever dominates their life, and it's just about
Mm-hmm.
that particular thing bothers me a lot.
Oh, I completely understand. We kind of just went right into it there.
Yeah, sorry.
We
I know we don't have
we
topics,
skipped-
but
No,
we're
we don't.
talking about it, and I think it's an important.
Yeah, no.
It's an important PSA, right?
It is. It is. I was just trying to
It's
transition
yeah.
back into the
It's
what's everyone been up to?
yeah. What are we gonna talk about?
Max said, "What's everyone been up to?"
Oh,
I started
Yeah.
playing Final Fantasy 14 online, and then I've been catching up on a lot of different animes. Lots of binging.
Nice.
So Yeah, not too much other than that. I played a match of League with like in the week,
Jared,
and I was like, dude, I don't think I should play.
Jared,
League. What? What?
you did it again.
Did what?
You said what you shouldn't have said.
What was what?
He is quoting from the Book of Genesis. Damage done.
Oh, there's work I have to
I
do
don't
now,
know.
at least at the beginning.
What's Hathaway's last name?
I don't know.
You said the man's name.
Okay.
Said Hathaway's last name again.
What? Alright, continue.
Yeah, that's it. What have you been up to?
A lot of Halo. That's really actually been it. I played a little bit of Hearthstone. I played one match of TFT today.
How'd that go?
I'm probably gonna uninstall League.
Nice.
It literally fucking put me against the top
TFT?
guy fucking 6 times within like a span of 2 to 3. Like, I went against him, then a different person, then against him again, then a different person. Like, it just went between him and one of the other people. I kept going against the top fucking guy. Teamfight Tactics. It's the auto battler.
Oh, thank you.
How have you been liking Halo?
It's been fucking fantastic. When my head's been straight, I guess. Like, working.
Blah, blah,
But-
blah.
When it hasn't been, it's just been kind of a whole lot of YouTube. What have you been doing, Sean?
Bum, 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 bum. Well, not a lot. I have had to go into work quite a few times. But I've been playing Grounded with a new
Nice.
update. I played Sea of Thieves with the new.
Oh, I did the first mission of that too.
Yeah, I did all of it. It was kind of funny. I'm not used to Sea of Thieves, so I don't know the culture
Mhm.
of interacting with other players. I had some dude that I have all my stuff turned off, so people shouldn't be able to talk to me. But I guess when you use the megaphone, you can hear them, and it kind of startled me, and I lost my concentration, and he killed me. And I don't know why, because I wasn't doing anything. I didn't have any loot. It didn't do him any good to kill me, other than he killed me. Now
Oh
he's
yeah, no.
on a spawn point.
To an extent, people will leave you alone, and then they'll just tell people like, "You're playing the game. You don't get to play the game. It's get out.
Yeah.
It's my game."
And then, you know how it drops you into another server by yourself? But I guess the game glitches sometimes. So this is a really funny story. So every once in a while it glitches, and you can end up in somebody else's instance. So I ended up, and I just had to leave the game because it was so funny. But I was in a squad of 4 people instance, and they were scrolling
hell?
around. Jules was watching. He goes, "Are those other players?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this is supposed to be impossible."
Yeah, the story, like the new story thing, is supposed to be just a single instance. Like
Yeah,
you and whoever
and,
you're playing
but
with.
But that's apparently an error that it's been having, is it will accidentally shift you and put you guys, if you guys are like, say there's a ship on an in the same server that comes up on where on the second mission, you have to park your ship out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
And if somebody else parks there right next to me, sometimes it will shift them into my instance.
Mm.
And it's really weird. But on one of those times that I was by myself, I came up to my ship, and there was somebody on my ship with and they were putting a bunch of cargo on my ship, and they were jumping around. And of course, I can't communicate with people because I don't have my mic set up. I have everything turned off, right? And it was really weird. It was like I wasn't sure if they wanted me to help them take it because, as I recall, you just take it to like one of the outposts, and then you have to turn it in, and then you get what's in the chest or whatever the situation. And there was a bunch of those chained up chests, and I'm like, this is too weird for me, so I just left the instance. I just left the
Gotcha.
game, which bad for them because it sinks my ship, right? And all their treasure goes bye bye.
Yeah.
But I have to say that the content, the CFD, the Pirates Life content, is a lot of fun. It's like you're basically entering an extended version of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For most of it. And even more so than what you've seen. Have you ever been on it? I forget. Have you been out here to California or Florida?
I have not, but I've seen it. I've seen bits and pieces of it.
So, Pirates of the Caribbean is literally what planted the seed in me for me to go into entertainment design. So I'm like infinitely familiar with the ride. I mean, this ride I'm like crazy over, and I was super excited when they made the movies. And so it's a big geek out moment for me to run because some of the architecture is reminiscent of the architecture behind the scenes. Like you're running through a hallway, and I'm like, hey, this hallway actually exists at Disneyland.
Nice.
It's how the cast members get places, and it's like it's really cool because just how it's done, and it's it's a kick in the pants, and there's a cool message too in it. Overall, when you get towards the end, it's more than just that. There's a really cool message that underlies talking about the community and Sea of Thieves and stuff. So
Yeah.
So and then from there, playing some Call of Duty. I've not been playing Destiny because
It's still in the shit place.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad I wasted money on the season pass.
I almost did.
But it started out cool.
Yeah, the fucking story to it was actually
started
pretty
out
goddamn
I
cool.
mean, yeah, and then I realized I was doing the same thing over as usual, over and over and over. And I'm sorry, but I know a lot of people hate the champions.
Yeah.
Huh?
They've regressed with their
That champion
seasons.
thing where you have to have.
Are you guys okay? You
I
guys
don't know.
keep on like either cutting out or talking over each other, and I don't
Yeah,
know what's going
I don't
on.
know.
I don't know. It's Mac's turn.
No, what I was saying is they've regressed because the first season it had that fucking new area, basically put you back on Venus to fight Vex and everything. That was fun. The second season basically had nothing. Like, you had nothing specific to do besides go to other planets and collect the fucking I think it was collect the fucking basically Gambit, but on the planets and not in Gambit. I can't remember if that was the second season or not. But the point is, it's basically just regressing and using other assets of the game and not actually doing something. It's just kind of nothing.
Yeah.
Like, yes, how Destiny does the season stuff, to where free or not, it's actually, like, if you pay for it or you don't, you actually get shit either way. But it's still like every other season. If you don't play, you don't get any of it. Look at the Halo and how they're doing theirs. It's fucking fantastic. Oh, you paid for it? Guess what? You have it and you can continue it whenever you want.
I know. That's phenomenal.
It is.
Nobody else does that.
No. I mean, hell, how like Master Chief Collection, how they do seasons. You just get given it, and you just play the game. Like right now, there's like 5, 6, or 7, and I started to get the first one when we played, and then didn't play Halo at all because a few reasons. But basically, I can still go back and buy all the shit from the first one.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is the season with the Master Chief Collection just because the games are an open world, right? So they're all mission based. So is it in multiplayer or?
They have challenges now. So they have some for the campaign, some for multiplayer, some for even firefight. It's basically you play the game and get the points to use on what you want.
Oh yeah, firefights, that horde mode, right?
Yep.
Okay, forgot about that. I completely forgot about that.
The thing that changed everything
play
with
a lot.
ODST and then died.
Oh yeah.
Because when ODST brought it out,
And
everybody started doing it. Because Gears 3 brought it out as well. And then everyone else started
Yeah, I
doing it, and
remember.
it got overused like how they did zombies.
Oh man.
And how zombies are coming back.
Zombies.
Back for Blood. That vampire zombie game. I think it's just a vampire game, but it's kind of, yeah. That shit's coming back.
Tired of zombies. Can we have a good vampire game? Well, they have one for PlayStation, but not for anything else.
There's a few out there. Can't think of the
There was
name.
a game I saw on Xbox today.
Mm-hmm.
Looked kind of cool, but I can't decide if it's as cool as it looks. It's if you go into the Game Pass thing, it's down on the bottom. I don't want to turn my Xbox on because it'll be loud, but I forget what it was called. Yeah, I forget what it's called. It's you go explore a land and you I don't know. It's looked kind of cool, but I don't know if it actually was. Oh yeah, it's kind of scary.
What was the premise of it?
You have to travel to a land to find a cure for like the plague. I think it is what it feels like. And you go by ship and you discover this land and there's people that practice an old faith and blah 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 blah.
Might be on the Xbox Game Pass only. Because I am not seeing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold. I have my Xbox app open and I am going to try to find it.
Gotcha.
So I'll hit show all and I'll just scroll till I find it. I mean, Xbox Game Pass has a lot of games. I've heard people say good things about Conan Exile, but it's not really my thing.
I haven't heard much about that game. I know that you got Sea of Thieves on the Xbox Game Pass.
You do.
Also, Master Chief Collection.
You do.
And probably other games.
There's a
I
lot.
think Dead by Daylight's on the Game Pass, right?
Yeah, Dead by Daylight
Yeah,
is,
I think
but
so.
I uninstalled it because that is most definitely not a game for me.
It's not a game for anyone, really.
It's a game for some.
I found that it makes my head hurt. Like literally, not like it's because I'm not good at it. Like literally, something about the perspective and how
Mhm.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can't play it for too long because it definitely does like
If
have
you're
a
not
weird.
used to that, it I can see how it would actually fuck with your senses and everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
I run my field of vision like at 120, and so I'm used to that. But there's something about it. I don't know
It's got to be the
what
blur
it
and
is.
everything with it too.
Yeah, it might be because I turn the blur off of everything I play.
Oh yeah, motion blur sucks ass.
You're not,
Eh.
huh?
Any motion blur sucks ass. Anyone like any company who like makes it adamant of you have to have this on, you can't turn it off. Fuck you. You're just trying to fucking make people not want to play your game now.
Yeah.
Get that shit out of here.
Can't believe this game is so hard to find. I'm still scrolling through. I wonder if it's not on the. If I'm not gonna see it on the Xbox Game Pass on my phone.
You might not. I don't know.
A
Oh
lot of
god
people
damn
that
it.
like Near Automata. Too.
Yeah, a lot of people fucking love that game. Apparently, Darksiders Genesis is on shit. Sure, we forgot we've been playing that.
What?
We forgot
Ah,
we
I
played
found it.
Darksiders
Greedfall.
Genesis.
Yeah, we started that.
Yeah. One
So
game.
the game I'm talking about is called Greedfall.
Readfall.
I guess it kind of reminded me a little bit about that game you guys had me buy. Or we never really played it anymore after a point.
Vermintide.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
That's what it looks like.
I remember. Platini's not here, so we don't have the fourth person to play it with.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
But we
Well,
could
that's
try
because
it.
he went off and we gotta get Colton into it. Maybe Colton would like it.
There was
Possibility.
someone else who got it. I don't remember who though. Cause I remember there's 5 of us at
I
some
think-
point.
Wasn't it Tom?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was Tom. Yeah.
yeah, that's what
There
I
you
was gonna say. I thought it was Tom.
We forget he actually
Do you
used to
have
play
it installed?
games. I gotta reinstall it. I can do
could
that tonight if you
reinstall
plan
it,
on playing it.
I probably should. That's
I don't know if I've got the space right now, but I could too.
I was gonna ask you guys, how is Genesis?
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's really enjoyable. Think of it like Diablo-esque style with how you play, but you
Uh-huh.
don't pick up gear and you basically buy your upgrades. So basically just playing the
Oh,
game,
you
getting
don't get gear?
souls. No.
No.
You get specific
I was
like
that-
disappointed with that too, yeah.
Because you got gear in regular Darksiders.
Yeah.
not the first one.
Like-
You got it in 2 and 3.
You sure?
Yeah.
I thought you got stuff as war. You could change your armor a bit.
If you got the abyssal armor stuff, I think that's all you can do.
Oh,
But
okay.
actually doing like how Darksiders 2 is, actually getting weapons and shit and changing everything, no. And hell, even then, I think they toned that back in 3. But it's been a long ass time since I played 3. But no, with Genesis, me and Jared are trying to figure out where it's actually placed at in the story. Neither of us finished 3.
I think-
Oh,
So
I knew that at one time.
Yeah,
We were-
I think it's before
yeah,
I think before the first one or something.
Yeah, that's what I'd heard too. It takes place before War's story.
Before War's story, but I think 2 takes place before War's story as well, or like during it or something like that. I don't know. No, because
I think
Death is trying to do that.
2. Yeah, I think 2 takes
I think it's all
place.
chronological except for Genesis.
Yeah, I think so. Because I think 2 takes
No,
place
2 takes
when
place
War gets
after.
locked. Like War gets locked up, and then
Yeah.
it takes place, and then War gets, and then fuck. You go through Darksiders 2,
Yeah, because
and 3 is Deering as well. Well, it's got to be, or after. No, it's got to be Deering because it doesn't fucking end of 1.
I never played 3.
I fucking didn't finish it yet, but I'm going through them all. It just depends on when. Right now, it's Genesis.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, because I think Darksiders 1 happens. Darksiders 2 is about Death trying to figure out what happened and prove his brother's innocence.
Yep.
And I don't know 3. I haven't played 3.
It's fun. It's extreme.
She has a whip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fighting style and everything is actually extremely fun with that game.
Yeah. The thing I liked about War is that when we played the first one, he had something that belonged to each of his siblings that
Yep.
made up his arsenal. Right? And so it was. Didn't he have Death's horse?
No, he had his own horse.
Yeah, he had his horse, but he
Yeah, it
had
was
Death's
Warren's
Scythe, Strife's
Oh, yeah.
gun. What was Furious thing he had?
I think it was related to the gauntlet. Maybe it was the chain thing. I don't know.
It might have been when he was grappling the swing to shit. It might have been that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It might have been. And that might have been what led to it. I forgot about that because Death's mechanic of that was that stupid teleporting thing that gave me a headache until I figured out the mechanic behind it. Then it was pretty cool. It's essentially a portal gun.
Oh yeah. You got that at the end of 1 as well.
Oh, silly portal gun.
Back when Portal was massive. So everyone had to get in on that. Oh, you know what we could download and play? EA's biggest failure. Anthem. It's on Game Pass right now.
Man. Remember how excited we were? Remember how excited we were for that?
Oh, I played the beta and immediately went, no, I'm good. Because I with the flying and gunplay and everything, it wasn't for me.
It could have been cool.
Yeah.
Could have been. Like, I blame Apex for me not getting a Titanfall 3.
You blame Apex for it?
I don't know. See,
Yeah.
I don't think we can blame Apex itself. Because in all seriousness, they could continuously run Apex and still work on a Titanfall 3. It's EA trying to fucking suck Apex dry of all of its fucking, like, whatever fucking money it can make off of it.
Yeah. But man, Titanfall 2 is so good.
Yes. And they're
I
actually,
just had hoped for
with Titanfall 2, like with the re-release of Titanfall 2 technically, because it came out on Epic or Game Pass, one of the two, everyone, it got shown the light it actually deserved, because everyone was playing it. So the possibility of a 3 is higher now. It's a lot higher now.
Let's see. Go to the business site. Oh, nope, not 3.
Oh, I forgot they added all the Dooms on here too.
I was thinking of playing Doom, but I don't know. It's like me playing Wolfenstein, because I literally played the first version of Wolfenstein before most of y'all were born or even thought about.
When did Wolfenstein come out?
Wolfenstein 3D? It was like in the 90s, I think.
Well, Doom, the original Doom was 93. That's 2 years before me.
Yeah,
And I think Wolfenstein was
before,
after that.
Before that. Was it?
I think so.
No. I was still in high school, or I started my first year of college, so that'd be 91, 92. And it had been out. I mean, I got it late. Here, I tell you what, I'll just search.
Wolfenstein 3D was 92. So it was 1 year before Doom. But if you want to talk about Wolfenstein in general, looks like Castle Wolfenstein was 81. Beyond Castle Wolfenstein was 84.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, Wolfenstein 3D.
Yep. 3D was 92.
It was really
3
silly.
years before
I was
me.
very excited about. Dude, I wish I had kept this thing. I had something called a 3D mouse. That Logitech pad. Oh,
Yeah, I remember that fucking thing. Those fucking things are weird. What the fuck is that?
I love the if you entered, what was it, kill all effing thing, there was this weird god command code that was the first letter of this saying. The first letter from each word in this saying, and it entered you into god mode, and it gave you like the big, what was it called, the BFG, I think, the big fucking gun.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Well,
Unlimited
BFG that can
ammo.
kill everything in one shot.
He just could walk through the whole game and just.
Yeah. It's fun. But after so long, it'll get boring because like I can just kill everything.
Yeah, I'm looking out something I saw a hashtag for today. I'm trying to figure out what it is before I say anything. But
Well, onto that whole fucking Twitter shenanigans. Did either of you see the whole fucking Game Pass shilling?
No.
Like,
oh, that happened last week.
yeah, every like fucking Sony fanboy is calling it shilling, but it was just people making the joke of Game Pass is worth so fucking much because you get 300 plus games for $10 a month. So you'd basically see anyone who actually has Game Pass or found the joke funny just tweeting out fucking I should have opened it and got an example. Shit. What's up?
I felt like some shaking, and I wasn't sure if it was an earthquake or just like myself.
Okay.
Hmm.
Man's having a stroke.
Maybe.
Having a stroke, maybe. Live, dude. We're recording it right now.
Witness Jared have a stroke.
I don't know what a stroke looks like, so.
There was a
Couldn't
hashtag,
tell you.
and somebody was saying as soon as this new DLC is out, they can finally talk about the Fallout world. and I don't know what it meant, and I don't know if it's a something or if they're just referring to the Fallout world in general.
What? The hell does that mean?
Well, yeah, I don't know. It was a hashtag that was going earlier, and it caught me off guard, and so I don't know if it's like they're gonna come up with something or if they're just it's the whole world of Fallout, period. And I don't.
Huh.
You know me, I pick up on little things and then I want to watch it to see what happens to it. So,
Mm-hmm. Well, that's odd.
really, all I want is a remastered Fallout New Vegas that we can mod on consoles and call it good. It's such a good game.
It's sadly not gonna happen. They're
might.
kind of just no.
I mean,
they're
Microsoft
shoving
literally
everything
owns all-
into 76. They're shoving everything into 76 still.
I know, because people are spending money on it and liking it, and they should not be. You hear me? You all should abandon it so we can get real Fallout games, not owned by overleveled players that don't want you to progress.
I mean, they have
It really annoys me.
fucking valid shit to say because it is being fixed.
I don't know, maybe it's different. When I played it with Jules, it was annoying.
Oh yeah, no. When me and Tom played it, it wasn't
It's like
great.
because it was annoying. I literally would build my my little camp someplace that had overpowered enemies, but make sure I was up above them so they couldn't like kill me. But like when any of those a-hole players came to raid my camp, they'd get killed by the NPCs around my camp. Made it annoying because getting to my camp was a little bit of a chore, but
Yeah.
and I literally spent all my money on turrets.
All of them.
Yeah, I think you and Tom even helped with turrets.
I
You
never
remember I
played
built
that
it
game.
like
I never touched it.
Mac. I literally built my camp in a tower, a power line tower, up like on the top of it, off of a cliff. I like kept respawning and respawning until it spawned it in the thing, but it was the spawning ground for all the. It was a spawn area for all the what do you call them, ghouls for the area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never played it, so I don't really know what you're describing too well.
I only partially know what he's talking about. Because I really didn't play it all that much. And I think it might have been only Tom, because the only person I've played it with is Tom.
Maybe it's just Tom and Jules.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible. If I had $100, I'd probably still buy a server.
Yeah.
Or sorry, rent a server. Yeah, especially now that there's NPCs, right? So you don't have to have the other players to make it a fun game.
No. You can actually play with your friends and actually have NPCs.
Yeah. And like you can build a town and not worry about that anybody else is going to come invade it.
Yeah.
Besides the NPCs. And from that standpoint, that would be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. I'm still trying to find a fucking tweet that encapsulates the fucking Game Pass
hashtag?
shit.
Oh. Well, it was hilarious because they're like, they would say something and they go, and by the way, did you know? It was hilarious. And I was like, at first I was like, what is going on with everybody? And then I was like,
From what I've seen,
oh,
it was just a comeback to a Sony fanboy that kept saying Game Pass isn't worth it because it only has garbage games on it. And then people would hit him back with how many games are actually like, the Metacritic score of fucking 80 or above. And then people would use that tweet instead. At least from the tweets I fucking read. It solely stemmed off someone fanboying too hard over a fucking piece of plastic.
A piece of plastic? What do you mean?
A PS5. Solely fanboying too hard over Sony's piece of plastic instead of Xbox's. You got a box that plays games. Just play your games, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's things. This is what drives me crazy. Is there's things to love about PS5. Like, there's games I would love to play that are
Oh, yeah.
PlayStation exclusives.
Fucking God of
And-
War. Amazing fucking game.
Yeah, and God of War, that one I was talking about. I think it's like, now I can't remember the name of the vampire game.
Yeah, I don't remember.
1776 something.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
it's-
1866 or
yeah.
whatever the fuck.
1866. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then there was some other games that just like, I mean, well, obviously the whole Gundam franchise, all the Gundam games, but it's just
All the games, yeah. I miss playing those.
Fuck the new Ratchet and Clank. I enjoyed the old ones, so I'm pretty sure I would love the new one. I don't have
Yeah.
a PlayStation to play it. I'm not gonna sit here and bitch about it, like say it's fucking trash because I don't own it. No, you
but
enjoy
if
you enjoy
they
your
had a
PS5.
cloud.
They have something similar to what Xbox has, but it's nowhere near as fleshed out as what Xbox has.
Oh,
Like
my
Xbox's
goodness.
xCloud or Game Pass, it's not anywhere near actually as good, and it's been proven. Linus made a video comparing Stadia. Was it Stadia? Well, he made a video comparing the two at least. I don't know if it was Stadia as well or not.
Oh yeah.
If I can find the video, I will send it in chat.
Well, and so the where we're heading with the cloud servers, with for the xCloud,
Yeah.
is once all the beta testing's off, they're replacing the server blades with essentially Xbox Series X's. They describe them as Xbox Series X blades,
It
and
makes
that's what
sense.
people will be playing on. Yeah,
It makes sense
right?
because everything, if
Makes a lot
it's
of sense.
designed for the console itself anyway, then yes, you can have better hardware that can play it, but this would put everyone on the same thing.
Yes.
So it truly doesn't make sense to do something that's to pay more for something else. Just create what you're already making. So that actually 100% makes sense, and God damn it, they're doing something smart for once.
Yeah.
You're mad about that?
I mean,
No,
doing
it's
a
just
lot
out of the
things
ordinary.
It's just out
Yeah.
there.
Hey, I just sent you guys a link to something I thought you should check out.
Star Wars Visions special look. Is this a new
Oh, the
anime?
fucking...
7 Japanese anime studios bring the unique talent. Oh, it's cool. It's gonna be like how the old or very original Clone Wars was, and have its own style. I mean, it's not just like that. Really, it's more like Halo Wars, or what was it, Halo Legends?
Yeah, Halo Legends. where
Yeah, the
an
animated
artist-
part of Halo Legends.
a different artist. Yeah, a different artist did each story.
That's
their own
actually
style.
extremely
That'll
cool.
be cool.
Because there were parts
Yeah,
of
I
Halo
think it's
Legends
really
that
cool.
weren't animated. They were actually like real.
Mhm.
I could be remembering that wrong though.
My favorite
No, I'll have to check that
will
out.
always be Spartan 1337.
That was a funny one. Yeah.
Which one's that?
It's just a
One of the-
Spartan that was leaked.
It
It's
was
pretty-
late. It was funny, but he was like
Gotcha.
a mess up till the very end. He,
Was that
like,
the
actually
the
came
one where
through,
you
but
fought the brute
Yeah,
Fights a
on the dirt
but
ball,
I think he
also
gets
basically?
saved by,
dinosaur.
he gets saved by someone. I forget who.
Master Chief.
Yeah, I thought it was Chief. I just couldn't like. I didn't know
Yeah.
for sure.
You end up seeing Master Chief at the end, but he's actually trying to, as I recall, he's trying to save a group of kids.
Hmm.
If that's the one
That's
I'm
what he's
thinking
doing
of,
there.
yeah.
So. It's hilarious.
That's the one I'm thinking
That's
of.
the best one.
Yeah, he was great.
Fucking Halo Legends was great. A deeper dive into it.
Yeah. It was. That was the first time you got to see representation of Master Chief's original team.
This is the first time you got to see more than just him. If I'm not mistaken. Well, it's
Yeah.
2010, so sorta.
No,
come
because Halo Wars came out before that. So,
Did that come
Yeah,
out before Reach?
yeah, I think Legends came out.
Yeah,
before.
Legends was 10. I think Reach was 11. And yeah, Halo Wars came out, but
Dude,
the other Spartans in Wars didn't really have a personality. They were kind of just
no.
there.
I'm waiting for us to actually get. June should be alive somewhere, but
Halo Reach came out in 2010 as well. Man.
or do they reference him dying?
I don't remember.
He's alive.
I'm pretty sure he's alive.
Can we do? Can we didn't
He-
see him in
he's-
Halo Guardians?
He's in one of the books. I remember you told me that.
Yeah, but I want to know how come he's not in like Guardians, or it was a perfect time for just to have come across him, or you know where he would have been good is to been part of Oni and be part of what's his name's team. I know he had Buck, but that would have been a cool character to have too.
Yeah, no, seeing June again would have been fantastic, but they may have more plans.
His armor's in this one.
Yeah. I think his armor's in
I guarantee
Master
they're
Chief
gonna.
Collection too.
I feel like they're gonna have some achievement that's just like really top tier, and you'll be able to get Emil's armor. I bet.
Probably. You'll probably be able to.
Come on, Emil.
If we're talking about in the campaign, to change how Chief looks for different playthroughs and shit,
Nah.
maybe. I think they're probably going to do
Let's
that
see.
because I don't think this campaign is going to be just how Halo usually is. Because they're putting so much emphasis on your Spartan.
Yeah.
And I don't think they would just
That's
lock
true,
that to
like they did-
multiplayer. They want you to have your personality.
Yeah. What if you join Master Chief's squad and Master Chief's always an NPC?
I don't think that. I think you'll actually play. I think the campaign will legitimately just be him. You'll be Chief.
Okay.
But I think you'll have to play through the like. Okay, if you've played any of the Arkham games, the Batman Arkham games, you have to go through the campaign once, and then you can choose a different skinned Batman. Like you can be the classic one. You can be the one from fucking what's the all black one with the red bat?
Batman Beyond.
Thank you. You can actually be
Oh, where he
dressed up as
flies?
that one. Yes. You can be dressed up
I
as
think
that
you
one.
can actually be. I think in that one you can be the Thomas Wayne Batman too.
I
from,
think so.
Flashpoint.
There's a
Which is
few of them that
Batman
you can.
with
They've
the-
added a lot of costumes too. But with
Man with
Arkham
guns.
City, yeah, with Arkham City itself, you could be a different skins, but you had to beat the campaign first. So I think there'll probably be a few achievements in there, or just challenges in the game to beat the campaign doing something specific,
Yeah.
and you'll be able
Yeah,
to
that's what I'm saying. Oh, okay.
be a different. Like,
Or-
you could be Mark 5 Chief, Halo 1 Chief, and go through the campaign, or you could be fucking 3. Because if you legitimately look at this Master Chief compared to the other ones, for one, he looks bigger. The man looks like he ate nothing but steaks the entire time from 5 to now, and just lifted weights.
Yeah.
He
well,
looks like he
you
fucking
know-
got jacked.
Yeah.
And he was
I-
never small.
No, but I may have a story related answer. Remember in the first one, the first Halos, Master Chief was like a teenager. He wasn't
but
much
he's-
older than like 20 something.
Yeah, but now he's actually old.
Yeah. So
what
it
is the
makes sense.
timeline of the games? How many years passed between the first one, or I guess
We'd have
Reach
to
is
go
where he
from
starts off
Reach.
at, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he's
from
in the
Reach
thing in
to
Reach.
what? Reach to where we are now. I don't know how old he is.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
because that was interesting that we never crossed paths with that set of Spartans. Right? In Reach, we didn't cross. Never had us cross paths with Master Chief and them when they redeployed to Reach to see
Well,
what the
'cause
heck
we-
was going on.
I don't think they were at the same because at the time the people that were playing in Reach are the militia still. I think.
Yeah, we were
Right.
sent there to deal with the militia initially.
Yeah.
Was what?
Well,
I
mean,
think-
like
I
the
think Chief
Spartans are, like,
was-
the recruits.
I think Chief was specific. He was there for a specific job. So he was put in cryo to do the specific thing he needs to do.
Oh yeah, and they're supposed to not age in cryo, right? So we have to
Right.
look at the years he's out of cryo.
Yep. And then fucking the years between 3 and
Oh,
4, and he was in cryo that entire time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we played a whole game without Master Chief, didn't we?
Which one? I mean ODST, yeah, but like that takes place during.
Yeah, that
while
was
2 is
between
going
2
on.
and 3.
Yeah, it's during the conflict that's going on in 3. Because like glass is happening, I believe.
Well, and I haven't looked it up, but doesn't Chief get Cortana's what they're calling Cortana's daughter as his
No,
new AI?
No.
if in the trailer it's like an AI that's supposed to die once she gets to where they go, where they're going. It's just like I don't know. It's programmed to track and like follow Cortana's movements and way of thinking, and then to like just die after they get there.
Oh, well, Cortana was supposed to die too.
No, but like Cortana was supposed to die because they said AIs only have a certain lifespan, and then
Yeah.
they go crazy, which happened to her. But like the programming is like literally just supposed to like zap her.
Yes,
Oh,
she
At least
was-
that's the implication.
It was basically said she was to die when Cortana got deleted. So Cortana gets deleted and she's
I
gone.
mean,
That means her mission was done.
oh, is Cortana
But-
deleted?
From
No,
what we know,
not yet.
from what we know of watching that, she's not. Because the new Cortana, because I think she's classified as Cortana, but with an extra fucking few things on it. I can't remember. And I just watched it recently again. But she wasn't deleted, so Cortana wasn't. Since she wasn't.
Okay, but did she become not crazy? I don't remember the end of Guardians.
No, she leaves. She's like
Yes.
crazy, remember? And they're like hunting them down, and then she takes like some foreigner spaceship or
Yep.
something and leaves the planet.
A big
She-
blue thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it is.
It's one of those big fucking. It was It's on the poster for Guardians. It was the thing when we seen Chief in that cloak hold up fucking Cortana's like chip thing, the AI chip thing, and then you seen that thing pop out with Halo 5.
Oh yeah.
It was in the trailer. Whatever the fuck that flying thing is. That's what
Dude,
she
Halo
had.
4 was so much better than Halo 5 in terms of gameplay wise and like sound and just visual. But 5, the fact that I could play as Bucky, that's like a lot of points right there.
My only issue with 5 was the multiplayer.
Yeah, honestly, I think though 4 has probably one of the most forgettable stories. Because I couldn't tell you anything that happens except the last fight where you fight the like Forerunner God person thing.
I think that maybe because we haven't played through it a lot. I can tell you what happens in 3 because of how many times we went through it.
Yeah, dude, we could walk you through things. I could do Reach and Halo ODST as well.
Yeah. I could damn near tell you the exact spots of all fucking skulls in 3. I could get you to
Jump
the point.
Jump through the hoop.
Yes.
Can't get
I
me
could
on
get
on
you
the
to the
that's
point.
what we
Jump through
can
the
do.
hoop.
In the last mission to where you can go see that guy in his underwear. That PNG.
Oh yeah, the PNG.
I could probably get you there.
Do you remember the order to jump through the hoops? Because I don't.
Fuck.
Yeah, and there was a specific order.
Yes, there's a
I
specific
remember
order.
that.
And if you fuck it up once, you have to redo it completely. You have to
'Cause
die
when you got
and
to the
redo
end, you
it.
spawned the boss fight.
Yep. You had to die and redo it.
I remember trying to do it so many times. And it's to get the skull, right? It's to
Yeah.
unlock that last skull.
It's to
Yeah,
get the
it's-
fucking
it's
skull,
the
the hardest skull to get.
Kabusa. That one gets you the Kabusa armor.
Oh yeah.
Hayabusa.
Hayabusa.
Is it Hayabusa or
Hayabusa.
Hayabusa?
Hayabusa.
Hayabusa.
Remember the JT Mishima song?
Yeah, I don't remember it too well.
And now we have a new Shogun armor.
That looks so cool. I think
It looks
that's
like
probably
fantastic.
like the coolest armor yet.
Oh,
I mean, Recon used to be the coolest armor.
I was saying this. They changed how you actually can modify your armor in Halo 3 and Master Chief Collection. It's so much detail. You can change the
do you have
undersuit.
one character? Oh, go ahead.
Who's going?
Dad, go ahead.
Can you change in Master Chief's collection? Can you change Chief's armor?
No. But for you in multiplayer,
Oh.
you can change the elastics, the fucking suit, not the armor itself, the suit underneath. You can change what that looks like. They have specific things to go on your back. Like, you can have fucking security, the security chest piece, and throw the katana on your back.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Because they have different things you can throw on your back now.
Well, that's kind of cool.
You
How
also
is
get-
multiplayer? Is it like?
I've been having a lot of fucking fun with it. Slayer's great. I've been playing a lot. And I mean, I've been playing a lot of SWAT. I haven't had
Maybe I'll
any
give it a
issue.
go. Do I need to be able to talk to anyone?
No.
No, it's multiplayer, first-person shooter multiplayer.
I haven't, like, a few people have talked when I've played, but they've never really, like, talked to anyone. They've just kind of, like, they've just been kind of hot mic.
Oh yeah. Proximity hot mic. Jules loves listening to people on hot mic when they get frustrated. It's his favorite thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm still trying to find the fucking timeline. I'm gonna have to do this after the fact because it's gonna eat at me.
Yeah. Hey, what's the whole the pants thing that was going on with Xbox?
You got pants, don't you? That's what it was.
Well,
What do you mean?
No, I don't know. I'm just kidding.
well, they're drawing like the Xbox logo wearing pants, and then somebody posted about Bungie and pants. I don't know. Pop culture is not my thing, so it's hard for me to follow.
It's just gotta be a meme. It's gotta be, right?
You would think.
Yeah, it's like I still don't understand this. Sheesh.
Well, that one,
Might have
you
found
don't really
something.
have to understand it. It's just something you feel like in the moment. The fuck? What the fuck?
What happened?
I'm just looking at something, and it's they're just missing a listing for something. I'm just very confused. by
Okay.
it.
Someone is putting pants on fucking enemies in Destiny. And then the dude started doing it to Xbox too. And then Xbox did it to fucking Destiny. They put pants on Atheon.
They put
Oh,
pants
yeah,
on
Pantheon.
Atheon?
This is funny.
Pantheon.
Yeah,
Call him Pantheon.
that's literally what it is. Xbox
See,
posted
but
a
I
tweet
don't-
and
I
just
get-
put Pantheon. And it's just a pair of jeans on Atheon with suspenders.
And it was funny, but I didn't understand what led us up to that point. I'm like,
I think
going
it's solely
on?
just because one dude was just putting pants on Destiny characters and just kept sending it to people, and then he did it to Xbox. Yeah, the official Xbox Twitter account replied to a meme created by Destiny Pants Man, with the meme asserting that
Pantsman? That's
Destiny
his name?
Pants Man will edit pants onto every new character Bungie adds to the game. Oh, fucking A.
pants on. Oh, you know, what are you gonna do? That's kind of hilarious.
That is
Now
fucking
it's funny.
hilarious.
Now it's even funnier.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like Pantheon, like the gods, the group of gods. It was like Pantheon.
Yeah.
And they changed the mechanics of the Vault of Glass a bit. And people are really irritated by it when they played it the first time through.
I haven't seen anyone do it. I
Jules did it.
honestly, like, eh.
Tried to get me to do it, but I had to be willing to run it twice and then do the challenges. And you know my patience with doing challenges.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of patience for that stuff. It's like because it's like ridiculous, and for me it doesn't move the story along or the purpose of the game. It's just something for content creators to make videos about.
Yeah.
And,
Doing
and I
doing
understand that
challenges
if you
for
want
me
to sell
is
a game, you've got to.
I honestly don't see a point in doing the fucking challenges.
Have you guys played Valheim?
No. I've seen it. It's still a little rough around the edges. Needs some stuff added to it, and then probably.
Until I get a PC, I'm gonna be only playing stuff on a console, which is a bummer. But
There's a lot of shit to
I
play
wish
though,
it was on console.
and there's a lot of shit we can now play together,
Oh yeah. Yeah, and
like
there'll be
Master
more.
Chief Collection.
And eventually, yeah, I can definitely play that. Eventually, I'll get a PC because that's what we could talk about.
That's
I
what-
have the best. Yeah.
He's got it. Okay, could you have told us this like maybe how far are we now? Like an hour in?
We're an hour in, but
Okay,
this is
here,
like it's
here.
been nice.
This is all worth it for everyone.
It's fine.
So get this. I have
Hold on, hold on.
I think
Everyone in the episode before this, scrap it. This is what the episode is. This is what we're talking about this episode. All right, go.
Okay, so I registered for video cards everywhere I could think of.
Yeah.
And I got a message from EVGA telling me that I was moved off of one list onto a new list. And what the message said was, we're moving you off of this list because this new card essentially works against crypto miners.
Sick.
The crypto miners just can't buy it because it will like actually slow down their mining things. And so this card is going to be more readily available. And we had talked about it, I think, or I had read it somewhere that this was going to be coming, that they were considering doing it. And I guess NVIDIA finally did and said, we can make these cards, or we can make this card that it will kind of just like screw over crypto mining.
Yeah.
And so then people will actually be able to buy the cards.
I mean, once they can actually, get silicon,
So that's a big deal.
they could make cards if they can actually get the dies and everything, like get the chips. They haven't been able to get the chips to make the cards yet.
Here's my thing: is they should just make cards for the crypto miners that aren't graphics cards.
They did,
It's a crypto mining card,
and they didn't. They weren't as good as the fucking actual graphics cards.
I still don't really know
That's
what
ridiculous.
crypto mining is, to be honest.
It's a
I
program
don't
you
really
run
understand.
on your PC that just mines bit hashes,
Hmm.
and it has to do it for a certain amount of time to in turn
What's a bit
generate
hash?
money. I don't know. I've watched a video and went, okay, I'm not doing it. I don't care anymore.
So basically, what they're doing is they're sharing with the crypto service of their choice. They're sharing computing space with them, and in exchange for doing that, they receive so much in crypto coin back.
Okay, so they're sharing space on their what was it?
No, they're
On their-
sharing processing power.
Oh,
They're sharing
processing
processing
power.
power.
So it's kind of like when the Razer thing was going on, where you can play a
Yeah.
game from a different computer. Yeah, kind of like that.
Or
no?
more, well, Razer. I thought you were going to go. Razer had a thing where your
Or is it NVIDIA?
Razer products would mine their currency.
Huh.
But yeah, you're essentially you're sharing processor space with the central cryptocurrency people of that cryptocurrency. Because
Yeah.
I guess it takes, for maintaining the cryptocurrency, it takes a lot of computing power because it's so heavily encrypted.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tell you that my understanding is is basic, but the one thing I do understand is that hackers and a lot of other people really like crypto mining and protect it because it's a way for them to pay and get paid for doing stuff that's completely untraceable because it's so heavily encrypted. It's like what made Silk Road possible, back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I know it's way more complicated than that. It involves what do you call it, blockchaining and all that.
Yeah,
Blah,
there's
blah, blah,
there's a
blah, blah,
lot.
blah.
There's a lot to it.
Jared, I know how to explain it. Remember Anonymous's low orbit ion cannon, where you would share server space. The little app you could download, it would share server space for them to bulk. They don't use it anymore. Is the only reason I'm saying it. To bulk DDoS people, so you let them borrow so much of your processing power. And it's more closely related to BitTorrenting, to where you're letting the BitTorrent client or server use your computer to store stuff to get it to someone in your neighborhood. You're like an intermediator. Your machine becomes an intermediary.
That is
That makes
actually one of
sense.
the best ways to explain it.
I
Yeah,
just had to
no.
get there, Mac. I had to just think it through.
Oh, trust me, I don't know what
want
the
a
fuck
shirt
we're
or a hat
talking
that
about,
says
so I'm good.
I survived lunch. Yeah, this would be one thing where if I wish he was here with us because he probably has a better understanding of it.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if he's actually like
that type of thing's
looked
right up
into
his
it.
alley. You know,
I don't
it's
know if
like
he's had time to ever look into
really
it.
obscure.
Yeah, no, it's an obscure thing to fucking
Yeah,
just like
I feel like
go learn.
yeah, I if Jules stays in programming, I imagine that he'll eventually get into blockchaining and then AI and all that kind of stuff, and then he'd
Mhm.
probably be. But for me, it's I can understand the surface external parts of it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't want to learn it, so I probably won't.
Yeah.
Just being honest, I need my I need what processing power I have left to do other things.
That's why I'd spent a little time of I want to understand what this is. Okay, I don't care anymore.
Yeah. There's
'Cause I'm not
probably
gonna do
I'll
anything with
look.
it.
I bet there's someone's made a really good video that explains it. One of like, how much you want to bet Linus has got a video that explains it, or Jay does. Jay or Linus has a video about it.
Linus most likely does, but there's a YouTuber called Anomaly.
Oh, anomaly.
He has a Bitcoin channel. Well, he used to have a Bitcoin channel that explained a lot of it.
Why do I know that name? What did Anomaly do?
He's an idiot. He's a
He
Swedish
wears
idiot.
he wears a ski
Balaclavas.
mask
Yeah.
and he does stupid shit. Besides, like, if you don't know him for the stupid shit he pulls, like it's really like he'll eat raw stuff with a bunch of his friends and his dad, and it's funny. But if he's a gamer and he does a lot of CS:GO
Yep. CS:GO
boxings,
skin
and
type shit.
Oh, okay. That's why I know who he is because he's a CS:GO guy. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
I was like, because there's also a old school famous hacker that had a hacker handle similar to that, but I don't. I was wondering if it was the same person.
no, probably not. Because this
No.
It
guy's
was
kind of like around my age.
Yeah. He's,
like
I
from
think
the,
he's younger than me.
Like my era of hackers, which is interesting to watch them now. I'm friends with them on different social media stuff, and it's interesting to watch them now.
Yeah.
They're all like me, right? All like had to have families or went another direction, and you're like, oh, you really are just a normal person like me, aren't you now?
Mhm.
What happened to the good old days of hacking just to be trolls because it was funny and it was
Hacking to be trolls. What times those were.
it was just more of a nuisance to prove that we were better than someone because we could do something they couldn't, and it was fun, and people would watch it and go, oh yeah, but really nobody got hurt, and then assholes started doing things that hurt people, and it wasn't so much fun anymore.
Yeah. And some shit.
Oh, what can you do? Like, remember that video, Jared, I showed you of the guys that played a video game on the side of a building because they hacked it. Now MIT has students doing it for fun. They have a building and they go and do it for fun.
That's
and
cool.
everybody knows they're doing it. But before, hackers would literally break into buildings, take over their the programming, the computerized system to do stupid stuff like that, and nobody got hurt. It was just hilarious. You know, like taking over the signs in Times Square, making them put stupid messages up there, right? I mean, it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like a criminal offense to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Everybody gets old.
Oh yeah. Sucks. Look at me.
Very old now.
What are we doing, Mac?
So everyone gets old.
We're looking
Yeah,
at
it
Mac.
sucks. Look at me.
Dude, my hair is so gray now, Mac.
I don't have any hair anymore.
I would rather
That's all
have
I'm
gray
doing.
hair than have nothing.
Hey, Mac, you can shine like the future, though. You know?
Fuck off.
Okay. Do you ever put baby oil on your head, Mac?
No. I have enough
You thought
issues with my
about it?
head burning. I don't need to
Have you thought
just make
about
it
it?
fucking worse. Fucking what? Why would I,
It'll
Jared?
make you shine. It'll make you shine. That's what.
Oh, how did you do that? Look!
Dwayne The Rock Johnson
It's not a problem.
does.
Hey, this is an old reference, but it may still have some cultural reference. You ready? Ready?
Okay.
What did Michael Jackson say when his hair caught on fire? Just beat it. Beat it.
God damn
I
it.
don't get it.
That's his song. So
Mhm.
his hair caught on fire. All the hairspray in his hair and all the product caught on fire when he was filming a Pepsi commercial. And they overdid the pyrotechnics and his hair caught on fire. So the joke was a reference to one of his songs called Beat It.
Gotcha. I
Sorry.
partially
It's,
understood it.
Like I said, it might have had cultural relevance, but it was.
Nah, I gotcha.
Sorry.
Ah,
Sorry,
it's-
everyone. I apologize, everyone. I'm old.
Why?
In case you didn't get it, I'm old. I'm really, really old.
Fuck, if we go by the meme of the group, I'm fucking ancient.
Ancient.
And I am the
Ancient.
last of my kind. I am literally the last of my kind.
You are?
In a matter of speaking. In my family, anyways.
Well, technically, if you go
Of
by
the legacy of being the oldest of the.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just.
I don't know.
You go ahead.
If you go by the standards of the last true, in my family, there's only one male that was born from the other males, so I am the last true Koss. Anyone else with this last name is technically
yeah.
not a true Koss.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the name still like lives
That's
on,
the
but
situation for.
yeah.
Yeah.
Except you have two spawns.
It's the same situation. I have two spawns, but they have
$16 fucking
Same.
names.
but different last names. Yeah, we did that on purpose because my parents screwed up. I was supposed to be something. I was supposed to be my name, and then I was supposed to have a certain middle name. Let's say
Gotcha.
to go with my last name because that's what the legacy was. And so when that didn't happen, I told my wife we needed to come up with a new last name to honor that, kind of a new beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And because we tied together two ethnicities that hadn't been tied together in my family before.
Gotcha.
So it was a way of honoring that. But yeah, no, it's the situation where I'm in, right? My dad died earlier, and then my uncle just died, so I'm it from my grandfather, who is the oldest of the oldest of the oldest of the oldest of the oldest,
We're in the same
and I'm
boat.
the only. The weird thing, yeah, I was the only grandson born to my grandfather. Isn't that a weird thing?
Yeah.
And then I had two boys. I mean, the odds were already stacked against me, but crazy, right?
Yeah. It is. Eh. Oh, I posted a link to the Linus's video about Nvidia's thing, PlayStation Now, and I think he also talks about Game Pass. But it basically,
Yeah, see, this is good news for all of us. I just want a
yeah.
video card.
But it
And I
basically
don't know
explains
anything
about
AMD CPU.
yeah. Fuck, you can't
About
even
your-
buy anything right now. Cause
No,
I looked
but
into
the
getting a
motherboard
new
I had to buy with Jules.
yeah. Yeah, you got kind of
Well, I could
pushed
sell this.
into buying it. I know you could. I don't know if you're gonna get a lot for it because, to be entirely honest, yes, it is sealed, but motherboards aren't really. They're not having the stock issue.
I think this one they are. I think that's why it was included, which
That-
is weird. But
That or they just lumped it
I don't know
together
why.
with something else.
It's not particular. Yeah, I don't know. It's not particularly. Oh, it does something really cool, and I forgot what it was again because I'm not an AMD guy normally. But it has some perk or something on it that's really kind of a big deal, I guess. I searching for the answer, but and like I said, I don't know AMD GPUs. And what's interesting is like that Intel chip that I got for Jules that I won from Linus.
Yeah. 9900K.
Would support yeah, it would support an onboard GPU.
Yep.
They my understanding is they AMD chips don't.
What's an onboard GPU? Is it just like
It's integrated graphics.
One-
It's the chip itself has it built into it. AMD has certain ones that have it, but the main line of them do not. Like the going with 5000 series, 5600, 57, 59, and 5950 do not have integrated. The ones that are coming out after
And
those
you know what's
do.
And you know what's a bummer is I really wanted to do a cryo cooler, like Jules cryo cooler, because it's so cool.
Yeah, they
And,
don't make it for
like,
AMD.
No, I can't. That's an Intel thing. So I'm gonna have to come. Oh, I will send you guys a video for. You can talk about this last time. I caught a video real quick on a stray link. I think it came through Twitter. Some guy made a bellows-based cooling system for a computer.
what's that mean?
So the gimmick is that the PC breathes, but so what it does is it moves, it displaces air. It pulls air in and then pushes it out, and so it pulls it in, pulls cool air in, and then pushes it through the water cooling radiator, and then it pulls it in from the outside and then pushes it through the radiator. So it's constantly pulling and pushing, and it's always pushing and pulling, no matter what direction it's going. And the mechanism itself is based upon a water push system using magnets. And it's
cool.
actually really cool, not practical because of the build. It's about 5 feet tall by about 4 feet wide when he got done with it. But it was cool because it was something that nobody had tried, and he was really curious about it. And it's also kind of cool because when he builds a prototype, and then he breaks this central piece, and it was a fluke that this piece fit the magnet he was using inside of it, and he couldn't get a replacement. So he literally had to go through a process, and he explains all the science behind it, where he electric plates the magnet to make it thicker.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's like super cool, and it like it was like I'll link you guys to it. I'm not doing justice. The guy's in England. I'm not doing justice to it, and it's probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Hey, Tom.
Hey.
Sup?
You still streaming?
Not streaming, but we're doing the podcast.
Recording.
Okay.
Yeah, Tom, you'll want to see this too.
Okay.
Uh,
Go ahead and where's the link?
It's gonna be, the link is gonna be right in the topics. It's like a 20-minute video, but it's really cool.
This is.
Ow. Oh, loud.
What happened?
The video wasn't muted.
What wasn't muted, you say?
No, that was loud as shit. Okay.
I'm very, very loud.
So
Yeah,
it does
so when you
this.
see it sliding back and forth,
Instead of a normal pump.
yeah, there's no fans. It's a fanless system. So that piece of plastic you see in the center, and that's literally what it is. It's acrylic, has magnets, and then there's a magnet in that center tube in the center, and then there's a push-pull system with water that moves the magnet back and forth in there. Using and he explains to it how he finally had to do it with the pumps to make it go by, but it just glides effortlessly. And then to help it out, he uses different polarized magnets on each side to push the magnets on the plexiglass away to get it started. So there's it's not a kinetic machine. I don't know. It's really cool though. And he explains to how he did it, what he did to it, and all the twists and turns he goes through to get it there. And he said it's completely impractical, but it could lead to something in the future, a different way of cooling things in the future.
Yeah, because right now it's a standard. You get a fucking pump.
Yeah.
And a res, or a pump res combo.
Yeah.
And that's how you water cool.
So everything. Yeah. So because he's using the same water, he linked all the water systems together. He talks about it just briefly, but when he tests it, the CPU and the GPU never get above 62 degrees Celsius.
What's the does he say what he's running?
He runs
a 5950X and a 3080.
Yeah,
okay, so it's not something that's not gonna be hot. It's actually high-end stuff that's gonna put out some heat. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's
and
fucking.
He uses that system that. He uses that testing that Linus does. It has a funny name, where it puts a huge demand on the system just to test stuff like that out.
Yeah, Prime 95. That's what it says right here. The only issue I see with this, because if it's actually keeping both them at 60 to 62, is just the sheer size. Because that's what? Like 4.5 feet tall? And the system is like fucking...
Yeah.
Barely a foot tall.
Yeah. I mean, he if you get through the video, he talks about how impractical it is, but
no.
It's just kind of cool. It's one of those things where, can I do it?
If you
Yeah.
legitimately look at fucking PC gaming as a whole, 90% of the fucking builds are impractical.
You
Yeah.
should watch the video I sent you,
I-
Mac. I timestamped it. This guy
I
has his
did.
computer.
What the fuck is wrong with that man?
I don't know, dude. Yeah, this guy's computer isn't in the case. It's just all laid out behind his like.
Not even sitting
the
on a
desk.
box. It's just on the desk.
Yeah, it's on the desk.
Why would I guess he was in a hurry to use it? I mean, why would you do
Yeah.
that?
It's not even a good
Oh.
build.
I'll put it here. I timestamped it for you guys.
It's not even a good build. It's just there. Fucking.
Yeah, and I will say that
There.
I don't know who this guy is, but he's like, they gave him the parts to use. And one of the most interesting things to do is watch him take apart the GPU, the card, and make
Yeah.
it a water cooling card. He just like opens it, takes it apart, and I'm like, wow, okay, this guy. And what he doesn't talk about is he obviously had to make some electronic part to make the push pull on the pumps to do the switch on or off,
Yeah.
and when the timing of the.
Because I don't think that's completely all magnets. There's something extra there as well.
No. Yeah, so the water is going through that tube. And
Yeah.
you watch it. He's got a series of pumps that push the water, that push the magnet in the center. So the magnet is just there to keep the acrylic synced with it. So, yeah, watch it when you have spare time. You'll see. It's one of the
I don't
coolest
know.
things in the world to watch.
Legitimately, the fucking size for the system is barely a quarter of the fucking goddamn shit for the water.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No.
fucking hell.
It's completely impractical.
I love it though.
That's-
I mean, you don't
Yeah, I
get
do
it.
too.
You don't
It's
get in a
like-
PC building without loving the impracticality of some shit.
That's my computer.
Oh my gosh, really?
That's it right there.
Everything
Yeah,
hurts
my
when I look at
computer.
this. Because it's legit, like, you can see his keyboard right there. It's to the left of him. He could get pissed off, hit his keyboard, and it's gone. The system's just
God,
gone.
dude, it's all gone. It's ogre, man. It's all ogre.
And it's not high end. Like, it's an AMD system, so it's
No.
probably like a 5600 or a 3600, because he's only playing League. So you really don't need anything. And it's probably like a
Well,
fucking
yeah, look at that.
1650. And the power
Yeah,
supply
that's
just
what I
sits
was
there.
gonna say. It's a GT something.
Yeah, it's a GTX,
Yeah,
so it's a
GeForce
1600 series.
GTX.
1600 series. So it's not
Yeah.
the RTX. It's not a high-end system.
No.
It's enough to play League. But get a case.
You know the sad thing is though, if he purchased that GTX anytime soon, he probably paid for that GTX that he would pay for an RTX 3060 or something. They're just like outrageously expensive right now.
He probably paid.
I mean, because
Okay, a 1650 should be around like 150 to 200 bucks. In that range. That's MSRP of it. They were going
Yeah,
last time I
go
looked.
check vendors.
Yeah, I know. They were going for 300 to 400 bucks, which a 2060 is 300 to 400 bucks.
Yeah. I was even considering, trying to purchase Jules like a Quadro series like I have in my work computer. I'm like, well, I know that's a good, I know it's a good system, but the cards, the non-mobile Quadros are selling for $2,000 to $3,000.
It's because they can game. It's obvious. Like, if it's a graphics card, like, it can most likely game. But they're built for something different.
They're built for doing high-end video
Yeah.
rendering and stuff.
Yeah, they're built
So
for
workstation
actual compute
graphics
stuff.
for-
Because
what I'm using my
Quadros,
work
if
com-
I'm not mistaken, have more fucking VRAM than everything else.
Yeah, and so like my work computer, I can literally have Photoshop, Premiere Pro,
Yep.
and one of my 3D rendering programs are all running simultaneously, working, bringing content from one into the other, etc., etc. And I can be rendering a video while I'm doing stuff, and it doesn't. Typically, when you render videos, you put the rest of your system in kind of like a pause mode, but my work computer doesn't need that, and it renders the videos flawlessly.
It depends on if I have too many things open. I don't have enough actual, like, RAM. If I have too many Chrome eats too many too much RAM.
Oh yeah, Chrome eats too much RAM, and it doesn't release it. That's the big thing, is it doesn't release it. And if you are ever curious about it, Chrome is extremely inefficient in that if you go look in your task manager, you have an instance of Chrome for each tab you have open.
Oh, I know.
Mhm.
And I've tried switching other things,
Instead
but
of it
nothing
being-
works as well as
Also
Chrome.
multiple instances or multiple processes just for that tab, depending on what's on it.
Yeah. Well, I like the Opera GTX browser, so I'm a
That's
big
what I
fan of it.
I've looked into it.
Yeah, I've been using it too.
It doesn't
Can't
work.
customize it as much as
Yeah,
I
it's
can, though.
It doesn't work the way I need it to. For my use, at least.
well. Sorry.
Sorry, he says. You better fix it, dude.
Also,
What the fuck are
Sorry.
you apologizing for? I'm just saying why I don't use it.
that'll help a lot.
What?
What will help a lot, Tom?
Voice meter potato.
What do you mean?
Yeah, Voice Meter Potato is a bigger version of Voice Meter Banana, but it has 3 virtual inputs, 5 hardware inputs. Like I don't have print screen it. You'd have to look it up. It's a better version of it. It's a more professional version of it, but it's still free.
I have it. But
Oh,
It,
what do you think?
it's a lot to set up. I know.
No, like, what brought that up? Because we were talking about Chrome
I
and
don't know.
Opera.
I don't know.
Okay.
I had it up and it was throwing an error. Yeah.
Gotcha.
One of my great tangents. I have no idea. I saw a shiny thing and would scroll.
Makes sense.
oh, it's 9. Didn't I say I wanted to go? Only be here for a short time. How did we talk for 2 hours about nothing?
Well,
We're idiots.
We talk about Destiny for hours, so.
I like that. We're idiots. Yeah, it's a good one.
It is. We can call it here.
Call it. What are we calling it?
The end.
My bladder would appreciate that.
Okay. Get that out of here.
Okay, dude, it's gone. What else can I get in here?
I don't know. Thank you for dining with us tonight as we discuss what's on our minds. I was your host, Mac. There your co-host, Jared. Fucking say something, you cunt.
Okay, bye.
Sean.
See ya.
And Tom.